If you're watching this video, it's probably because you want to greatly improve your TIG welding, and a tungsten grinder can help you do just that. Even if you're just getting started TIG welding, why make it tougher to learn by not grinding your tungsten properly? Today I'm going to show you some testing as well as the benefits of a tungsten grinder, and we're even going to take one apart and take a look inside. Now let's get started. If you're using a bench grinder for everything around your shop and then sharpen your tungsten with it, you're introducing all those other particles of metal, dirt, and contaminants into your tungsten, and that's going to lead to poor arc control and a poor weld. You've probably heard that you can use a dedicated bench grinder, but are you really going to mount a second grinder to your workbench that you only use occasionally to sharpen tungsten and nothing else? Plus, it's not portable like this unit, and it probably costs more. And if your dedicated wheel is aluminum oxide, it will transfer that aluminum oxide to the tungsten. So even if it's a dedicated disc or wheel used only for TIG welding, it can still contaminate your tungsten. And another benefit of a tungsten grinder is that it makes a perfect shape and gives you the angle you want because it eliminates a lot of human error. When you use a grinder or sander, you may grind more or less out of some areas than others as you rotate the tungsten. And unlike a bench grinder, it's portable, so you can sharpen the tungsten wherever you're working rather than having to climb out of a car or walk across a garage every time. Now, let's take a look at the Eastwood Tungsten Grinder, developed in-house right here at Eastwood. It has slots that are designed to hold both 1/16 and 3/32 tungstens to sharpen at either a 10 or 22.5 degree angle, assuring the perfect point every time. If you don't realize the importance of a perfectly sharpened tungsten with no contamination, check out this test we did with a jig that held the tungstens at the exact same position for comparison. You can see how the arc wonders from the tungsten ground on a bench grinder as opposed to the near perfect arc from the tungsten that was sharpened using the Eastwood Tungsten Grinder. The replaceable diamond wheel is double-sided and designed for long life, allowing you to sharpen a tungsten 200 times. Plus, because it's a diamond wheel, you don't have to worry about contamination like you do from a standard grinder. It has an adjustable variable speed control that runs all the way up to 35,000 RPMs. If a ball forms on the end of your tungsten, there's a notch to quickly break it off by simply inserting and snapping. Let's take a look inside this tool. A 1.5 amp motor drives the grinder. The armature is what drives your wheel, so it needs to be accurate with no vibration. There's a small ball bearing on both the top and bottom. Cheaper units use bushings rather than quality bearings and won't last as long or provide the results you want. If we remove the armature, you can see the balancing mark. This means the unit was spun and then a portion was shaved off to perfectly balance it so it spins as smooth as possible to precisely grind your tungsten. I hope that explains how a tungsten grinder works and why it could greatly improve your welds. If you're looking to increase arc control and stability and get better looking, stronger welds with the best penetration, you need to get yourself a tungsten grinder. Click the link to visit eastwood.com for more information today.